CPKC's new corporate paint scheme is finally on HO scale rails thanks to Scaletrains' recent run of ES44ACs. In this video, we'll take a look at these models and how they compare to the real thing. Welcome to the Prairie Scale Model Railroad. We're situated just outside of Elkhart Yard, watching a simplified HO scale CPKC Train 251 depart. Train 251 is in fact the same Kansas City to St. Paul manifest I saw the CPKC Duo on just under a year ago. So here's the new models. I recorded this before doing some minor weathering and reflective striping. Notice in the background, Scaletrains has custom boxes for these models featuring the CPKC logo and the 3 flags underneath. We're just going to note the detail differences between the two models, since there are more comprehensive reviews out on YouTube. Starting on the front, note this 9375 has the dual trainline air hoses compared to the single on the 4805. Looking at the cab roofs, there are major differences in antenna arrays between the two. On 9375, we have mobile broadband, dual covered PTC arrays and associated conduit, and the GPS dome, as well as a lack of sunshades. Meanwhile, on 4805, there is a different broadband antenna and what I think is a radio antenna on the rear. Behind the cab, the dynamic brake sections are different with additional vents on the 4805 motor. Moving back, the exhaust stacks are different colors as they were not repainted and are the same base colors that GE painted them when these units were built. In addition, the horns are different with a K5HL on the 9375 and a K5LA on the 4805. Some minor paint and labeling differences near the handbrake and fuel ports. Finally, moving to the rear, Canadian Pacific ordered their ES44s with rear ditch lights, which is accurately modeled on these units, as well as the dual trainline hoses we noted earlier. Starting these units up is Function 8. Headlight F0 and ditch lights F6. From the factory, the number boards came on with F8 unless F14 was pressed. I reversed that so they just come on with F14. The factory file of the K5LA and the Graham White E-bell is correct for the 4805. Switching to the 9375, I already went through and changed the bell file since it is incorrect from the factory. From the factory, the unit comes with the Graham White E-bell like the KCS motor. In order to put the correct EcuRail bell file, I had to rewrite the factory file and paste in the EcuRail bell file from a different ESU file. Here's some other footage from the duo running around the Prairie Scale Model Railroad. If you enjoy this kind of model showcase and would like to see more, please let me know in the comments. Otherwise, just sit back and enjoy some HO Scale Railfanning.
That's why the fleet's on.
There's another season. And something's wrong in this umbrella building. What is it?
Nighttime is when the reflective sill striping does its magic. This product is made by Fusion Scale and I highly recommend it. The whole fleet will eventually get this when I slowly work through it. If you enjoyed this model showcase, leave a like and consider subscribing. If you want to see more of these, let me know. Otherwise, I'll see you next time on the JRTHEES channel.